Do you want to stay one step ahead of scammers and protect yourself from their cunning tricks? In this video, we will tell you how. Welcome back to Arkrot.js Technology College. Now first, we will explain the basics. Social engineering attacks represent a category of cyber attacks that heavily rely on manipulating human behavior to gain unauthorized access to sensitive information or systems. Such attempts deploy psychological manipulation techniques to deceive users into committing security errors or divulging confidential data. The success of these attacks hinges on exploiting human emotions like fear, curiosity, or greed, ultimately persuading the targeted individuals to take actions that compromise their own security. Remaining vigilant and informed about the strategies utilized in these attacks is crucial. By doing so, individuals and organizations can adopt necessary measures to safeguard themselves and their systems from potential threats. To identify such scamming attempts, look at these 10 signs. Number 1. Asking for login information. The primary indication of social engineering is soliciting login information via emails, websites, or phone calls. Once obtained, attackers use it to gain access, take control, and perform malicious actions. Implementing multi-factor authentication or password managers helps in mitigating risks. MFA adds an extra layer of security, reducing susceptibility to phishing attempts. However, no MFA solution is entirely foolproof, and passwords will remain relevant for an extended period. Furthermore, various methods exist to hack it. Scammers are increasingly leveraging phone calls to conduct social engineering attacks. Pretending to be representatives from reputable organizations such as Microsoft, they claim the target's computer system is infected or financial accounts have been compromised. By obtaining login information, they assert they can help prevent further harm. Even if the request appears to come from someone trustworthy, such as an IT professional, exercise extreme caution when divulging login information. Number 2, poor or suspicious URL. One of the most significant indicators of a phishing scam is the use of a malicious-looking, look-alike, or sound-alike internet domain name or URL that is unrelated to the subject matter. To protect yourself and your organization from such things, it is essential to learn how to identify fake URL domains. In most internet browsers, the real URL domain name is bolded to help users distinguish it from the rest of the content. For instance, a genuine URL domain name like www.etsy.com should be followed by additional content or media, which is not part of the DNS domain name. You can hover over a URL to reveal its true identity. However, hovering may not always be possible, particularly in certain mobile browsers or SMS clients. Promoting awareness and knowledge about recognizing and verifying legitimate domain names can be instrumental in thwarting phishing attempts. Number 3, forcing you to go off service. Online selling platforms are aware of scammers and have protections in place for buyers and sellers. However, they try to bypass these safeguards by convincing victims to go off service. They claim it will save you money and suggest using their trusted escrow service or shipper instead of established payment methods like PayPal, which is not free. Once victims go off service, they can easily carry out their crimes. If someone tries to move you away from the platform you intended to use for buying or selling, be suspicious and avoid following their instructions. It's best not to get involved in such situations. Number 4, excessive buyer cooperation. For individuals new to online buying and selling platforms like eBay, it's crucial to be aware that such platforms can attract con artists. These scammers often act swiftly, among the first to respond to your listings or to offer their products at a really low price. They avoid negotiating prices and willingly cover all additional costs like shipping and taxes without any hesitation. In real estate deals, they may propose prices significantly below market value, but refrain from meeting in person. If a buyer or seller is paying full price or offering a seemingly unbelievable deal while making extraordinary concessions that heavily favor you, it's likely a ripoff. Exercise caution and skepticism in such scenarios to safeguard against falling victim to fraudulent schemes and protect your financial interests. Number 5, not accepting phone calls. Social engineering scammers frequently employ evasive tactics to avoid phone calls for verification, often citing reasons related to their foreign accent or inability to access a phone. It is quite ironic that while they cannot take a simple phone call, they are more than willing to engage in lengthy chat conversations and skillfully receive money through various channels. Remaining vigilant and cautious is essential in protecting oneself from falling prey to their deceptive schemes. Verifying any unusual or suspicious requests through alternative means, such as contacting the supposed sender through a known, established contact, can help thwart potential social engineering attacks. Number 6, uses the wrong nickname or full name. Many phishing scams have been thwarted simply because recipients noticed inconsistencies in the sender's use of names. For instance, the attacker may employ the receiver's full formal name when they typically use a nickname or shorter version in communication. Alternatively, they might omit the customary name ending or beginning that the receiver typically uses, or they may not utilize the receiver's informal nickname. These small informalities, unique to genuine business emails, can serve as valuable indicators of potential phishing attempts. Paying attention to these details can be the difference between falling victim to a scammer and safeguarding yourself from such attacks. Number 7, change in banking or wiring instructions, business email. Compromise scams commonly employ fake invoices, urging recipients to transfer funds to new bank accounts or update wiring instructions. In certain instances, scammers breach trusted third parties to alter payment details, patiently awaiting regular invoice payments. Victims often remain unaware of this for prolonged periods, discovering the fraud when prompted about overdue balances during communications with counterparts. To counter BEC, verify payment change requests with a follow-up phone call to the supposed requesting party. Number 8, sender has dual email addresses. Identifying potentially malicious emails involves spotting different display and return addresses. Phishers often use this tactic, presenting a seemingly legitimate display address while concealing the true, real email address. Although legitimate cases exist, such as marketing or support emails, most instances of two distinct email addresses on the sender line signal potential malicious intent. Another crucial point is to watch for emails from familiar contacts with new, unusual, or unexpected addresses. Phishers often impersonate known individuals like a CEO using personal email accounts such as Gmail, Hotmail, or Yahoo, while including the CEO's name in the sender line. Vigilance and critical assessment are essential when evaluating emails for sender information discrepancies or receiving unexpected communications from known contacts. Number 9, stressor events. Social engineering often employs a stressor event to manipulate victims into immediate action, creating urgency to avoid consequences. Examples of stressor events include demanding login credentials under the threat of account lockout, urging the execution of a fake software update by claiming content deletion, or insisting on providing sensitive information to avoid account closure. Other instances involve demanding immediate payments to avert worse outcomes, or creating scenarios of personal emergencies to manipulate emotions. The objective of using stressor events is to limit the target's time for contemplation, making them more susceptible to responding without critically assessing the legitimacy of the request. It is crucial to recognize these tactics and exercise caution whenever such events are encountered. When faced with a stressor event, it is essential to slow down, pause, and think critically before taking any action. Genuine emergencies do not use excited language or coercion, and verifying the request is crucial to prevent falling for phishing scams. Number 10, content execution requests. Another sign of social engineering is being prompted to execute specific content, typically encountered in emails, websites, or social media posts. Emails may direct you to compromised websites. Similarly, social media sites may tempt you with enticing videos, but attempting to play them will prompt you to install special software. However, this content you're executing or installing is, in reality, malicious code referred to as a dropper file. Its purpose is to infiltrate and gain control over your computer, subsequently connecting to a remote server to obtain additional malware and instructions for execution. To evade detection from anti-malware programs, these dropper files are intentionally small and designed to self-update. Avoid interacting with suspicious or unsolicited content to protect your personal information from scammers. With that being said, we conclude today's video. If you learned something new, please leave a like and subscribe to our channel. Goodbye.